Today we're going to make a citrusy painting. For this, you're going to need a few things. You're going to need a pencil, an eraser, several sizes of circles that you can find anywhere around your home. I need what I'm going to call a Papa Bear, a Mama Bear, a Teenage Bear, a Kindergarten Bear, and a Baby Bear. So that's 5 different sizes. Make that 6, whatever size this is. And you're going to need a container, food coloring or watercolors or Easter egg dye, all the same. You're going to need Q-tips, 3 of them, 1 for orange, 1 for yellow, and 1 for lime green. You're going to need either markers or Sharpies in orange, yellow green, yellow, and this looks pink, but it's not really pink. It's more of an orangey color. So those are the colors that you're going to need today. And here is how we're going to begin this. You're going to take a sheet of paper. The sheet of paper that I'm using today is 9 by 12, but if you have an unlined white sheet of paper that's 8.5 by 11, that's wonderful. I'm going to take my largest circle and I'm going to draw around it. We're going to use this for our pattern or template. This is the top to a big can of tomatoes. Because we're making grapefruits, oranges, lemons, and limes, then this is going to be my grapefruit, which is the largest size. I'm going to make just a couple of them because I know that we've got the others to come. Then I'm going to use the next size and make an orange. The orange is smaller. It may go off of the page. That's okay because we know that it's an orange, and I'm just going to put the circles right here. It's okay. I'm going to use our teenage size and make the lemon. And I'm going to put circles just so that it's fairly full but not so crowded. And then I'm going to use the pillbox size to make the outside of the limes. And we've got a couple of different ones for each one. So we've got grapefruits, oranges, lemons, and limes. It's going to be a nice color palette, very summery and fresh. On the outside of any piece of fruit, there's a tough piece of skin that we call the rind. And on the inside of a piece of fruit, when you cut it in half, it's very symmetrical, and it looks like little triangles that meet in the middle of the piece of fruit. That's true on a grapefruit, on an orange, on a lemon, and on a lime. So we've got our circles right here, the outside. We're going to get a slightly smaller one and put it around, and we're going to make the rind on our fruit. So I'm putting one and just eyeballing it and putting it right in the middle. Do you see the extra circle that I've put on the inside for our grapefruits? Now we're going to use one for the orange. This one's a little bit smaller, so I'm going to put it around just like this. Whoops, I don't see that circle real well, and that's okay. It's good enough for me to see. Your lines should not be really dark because we're going to erase these lines. You just want to be able to see them. Whoops. So I drew that lines on the outside, and those are going to be the rinds of our oranges. Then we've got the lemon. Whoops. Let's see. This can is good for this one. It's a cat food can. That wasn't great. I'm going to try that again. That wasn't really good. Okay. Then I can erase that line where I goofed. That's much better. This one isn't so great either, but I can just fix that. And then here's the small one. I'm going to use the inside of a roll. You'd be surprised at how many circles there are around your house, and you just need to find one that's a good size for you. I use tin can tops, the inside of a roll of tape, and the cat food can. Now I've got 2 lines on all my circles that shows the run. I'm going to draw a dot in the middle of each of these circles. I have a dot in each of the circles. From that, I'm going to make a cross that goes through the circle. Make sure that your cross goes through the center circle. This is going to make the different parts of the inside of our fruit. Those parts are called segments. So now I've got a cross in each one of the circles. Now from that I'm going to make the letter X, and it needs to go through the center also. The letter X. I made a cross, and I made the letter X on each of my circles, and now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different parts or segments in each of my circles. We're not going to paint the background today. We're going to leave the background white for today. If you prefer to paint a background, that's great, but we're not going to do it in this lesson. I'm going to begin with my orange and this size of my fruit. I outline each of the circles as best I can. Again, markers do for this really well. And we're just going to paint this outside little edge, we're just going to color in the outside of this little edge with our marker or a Sharpie. And on this one, I'm using orange because I'm making my oranges orange. Go on and do all of your oranges with your orange on the outside, just as I did here. For your lemons, which are the next size down, I'm going to color the outside yellow. And right now the Meyer lemons are huge, and they're so very beautiful, and they're vividly yellow. Go on and color in all of your yellows. The lines are yellow-green. Yellow-green has both yellow and green in it, but it's not real dark. It's a really what I call a happy color green. Again, outline your lines going around and then fill in with your color just on the rind space, the little outside edge. Today, because of time, I'm not going to color in all of the fruit, but this will show you how to do each individual fruit correctly. Grapefruits are kind of yellowy. Some of them have a lot of pink in them, and some of them have a lot of orange. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I'm going to use this pinky color. Yellow-orange, if you have it. I don't have yellow-orange in my markers, and I couldn't find it in my Sharpies before we taped today. So I'm going to make my own. I'm going to use this really light colored pink. I outlined it. Now I'm going to color it in. I'm going to go back over the pink with the yellow and watch how the color changes. It'll pick up more of an orangey tone because pink is a color made by mixing white and red and yellow, so is the other color, and red and yellow make orange, so pink would make a kind of orange since it's made by using red, but it won't be a dark orange, which is what we want. Okay. These are the only ones that I'm going to color today. Now you're going to get your food coloring, and I'm only going to get out the red, the yellow, and the green. It just takes a couple of dots. Okay, here we go. So, I'm going to put 3 drops of yellow, 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to put 1 drop of red, 1. I'm going to pour a little water to dilute or make it more liquidy. And I'm going to color in my orange. I'm going to color it in just like this. If I go over my pencil lines, great. If I don't, that's great too, because we're going to end up erasing our pencil lines, and then the white will show and it'll make the segments look more like segments or different parts of the orange. All the fruit, really. For the grapefruit, I'm going to use the same process, but I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4 yellows and then 1 red because it's going to have a lighter color. And we're going to get our Q-tip. And here's how the color looks. And I'm going to color that in. It should be like a yellow-orange. A little bit different from the other one. It has more yellow in it. You're going to use all your grapefruits to do that. For the lime, I got green, and I put 1 dot. And I got yellow, and I put 3 dots. I poured a little water. And now I'm going to color my lines. I forgot our lemons, so I'm going to use this can and just put yellow in there. And I don't want it to look too orangey, so I'm going to put just a little bit of water in there, not much. That's it. To dilute or make the color more watery. Then I'm going to do my line, my lemons. Let all of this dry, and once it dries, you can take your eraser and you can erase all of your pencil lines. And you can see the little white areas that are left in between the segments, which I think gives definition and an identity to each of those shapes. And I like that very much. You may, if you want, come back and put a little star in the middle with lines that show how you're the dividing part. And you can do that on, or not do that on each of your like so. I hope you enjoyed this project of making citrus fruit into a little piece of art. Thanks for your time. See you next time.